To date, we have experienced considerable growth and success. Today, we are averaging on a rolling 12-month basis, 12 to 18 engagements, primarily sell side, but also buy side, with most of the transactions falling in the range of what is considered to be mid-market, $5 million to $50 million in enterprise value. We have succeeded in creating this practice both with cross-marketing based on Matthew Howard's tax and trust and estate practice, but by creating a network of top professionals who also participate in the mid-market sector, and that would include investment bankers, M&A advisors, RIAs, CPAs, and other professionals. One method for availing ourselves of expertise in specific transactional practice is to utilize the resources of the American Bar Association Business Law section, of which I am a member of the committees for 4 or 5 of that group's practice areas, specifically mergers and acquisitions, negotiated business transactions, corporate governance, and international cross-border transactions. I am currently working in conjunction with the M&A committee of the ABA to put together what I refer to as an M&A Transaction Manual, which will summarize the various components of handling a M&A transaction from start to finish. Another area of particular interest going forward will be corporate governance, as both public and private companies focus on the administration of their business and their fiduciary responsibilities to their shareholders. Last spring, I was a member of a panel of the M&A committee, which published a special edition entitled Symposium on Corporate Governance. I authored one of the articles that appeared in this journal, and the exposure that I get regularly from dealing with top practitioners in the business law section of the ABA is extremely informative. Going forward, I have attempted to reflect on a chart the influence of economic cycles in the United States dating from 1973 through 2020. Let me elaborate on the influence of economic cycles in the United States and globally on law firms' practice areas. This chart reflects the U.S. economy, and particularly recessions beginning in November 1973 forward into today, which is, if you will, the pandemic recession, with the possibility of another economic cycle beginning early in 2021. What I have tried to do is to show the influence of those economic cycles on how law firms have tailored their practices to fit the needs of their clients. This summary here suggests what will be the most important areas of practice for the near future, and I want to point out those that the firm has expertise in: banking, corporate, hospitality, mergers and acquisitions, nonprofits, private equity, joint ventures, and I have not alluded to it, but commercial real estate. My focus will be on trying to strengthen the team's expertise, particularly in these areas of corporate governance, mergers and acquisitions, private equity and joint ventures, and insolvencies, restructuring, and workouts. This chart to my left lists these practice areas which the ABA suggests will be primary practice areas going forward. As you can see, I have checked off those practice areas that this firm has substantial experience and expertise with, many of which existed prior to me joining MIJS. The areas of practice that I will emphasize going forward will be corporate compliance and governance, energy, mergers and acquisitions, private equity, both formation and securities application, restructuring and workouts based upon the economic climate that we are currently in. In 1976, the chairman of Jones Day Atlanta, who was my mentor and immediate supervisor, cautioned me that the practice of law was a marathon and that I needed to pace myself going forward. Looking back 45 years later, I understand his comments, and I hope to finish this marathon in the course of the next 3 to 5 years as well as possible. My enthusiasm for doing so is based not only upon fulfillment of John Moore's vision, but also the professionalism of my colleagues at MIJS and the market opportunities which should provide themselves to this firm in the future. I'm Phil Thompson, a partner in the Corporate Mergers and Acquisition and Tax Departments of Moore Ingram Johnson Steele.